Hmm. Hello, viewers. Good morning to all. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Networth Immigration Solutions. Our office is based in Brampton, Ontario, and we do have a couple of more branches in Alberta and two in India. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. We have this live session every Friday at 11 o'clock as per Canada time in the morning, and right now in evening. It's evening in India. It's 8:30 p.m. Welcome back to our live show. We have got very exciting updates in the last 1 week. So I will be sharing all the last week updates from IRCC and from different provinces, and exciting news about people getting started getting passport requests from India. Yes, a disappointment thing that the travel ban has been extended for another month. But yes, we will be discussing all about the update which was happened in the last 1 week in this live session. And definitely you have a chance here to ask your question, whatever topic you have, whatever discussion you want to do, put your question into the comment section, and I will be happy to answer them for you right away. This is going to be a 30 minutes to 40-minute session, and definitely it is going to be a question answer and updates from the last 1 week from the different departments in Canada, particularly all related to immigration. So welcome back to this live session, and definitely we will be I'll be happy to share all the information I have, and definitely would like to take up questions. If you have any to ask us, put it into the comment section, and I will be happy to assist you in that. So let us start off with the most exciting news uh, from coming from India. That yes, students, it is a good news for international students who have been waiting for so long to get decisions on their application. The good news is, the great news is that students have started receiving passport request letter from the IRCC, and also the passport service is opened again, so you can submit your passport if you are somebody who have already received your passport request letter in these days. So yes, the passport request is service is open, a two-way service is open. You still can you can book your service, and the passport will be picked and delivered back to you after stamping, and then definitely you can plan up your trip to Canada. So it seems like people will be able to come here in fall 2019 and start up their education here in person. The chances are there'll be in-person classes being held in fall 2021. Let's see how it goes, but it seems possible now that people have started getting passport requests. We still have around a month, more than a month's time to for the intake to start. Mostly the classes start in the middle or the first week of fall. There are chances, maybe because of this pandemic or because of getting late visa stamp, that colleges may allow you to start up your education or classes by middle or end of September. So, but that will be depending from college to college and university. So make sure you cross check with your college and university before you make your travel plan. But yes, this is very exciting to see that all over the Facebook. I could see this morning when I woke up that people have got visas. They've got requests that the passport can be submitted now. In fact, our office in India got around 12 passport request letter today for our client. So, which is obviously exciting to see. And after so many months, I think we have got this success rate coming up, the visas coming up. I think it was in April when the visa was stopped, and the IRCC stopped giving the visas, and it was held back because of pandemic. But that now things seems to be working well, and it maybe it's going to look. Let's go ahead and see how it's going to look like. But right now it seems yes, international students will start getting their passport requests. All those who have got it today, congratulations to all of you. And I'm pretty sure that yes, definitely it is. This is how it's going to be in future. You will be getting your passport request letter. But yes, there is a disappointment along with this exciting news that the travel restrictions from direct flight from India is extended for another month. The people who want to come to Canada directly from India, they have to wait for another month because the flight has been suspended. The direct flight, just make sure you know that only direct flight coming from India are being suspended for another month. But if you can travel, or if you can make your travel plan from any other country, you're still allowed to travel into Canada. So this is something you need to keep in mind before you make your travel plan. If you're planning to travel from any other country, you need to be aware of that particular country rules regarding to COVID-19. And also you need to also make sure if you're traveling to Canada, you should be fully vaccinated. You will be only allowed to enter Canada if you are fully vaccinated. But when we talk of fully vaccinated, you have to make sure that your vaccine you have taken is approved in Canada. They are like all the vaccines are not approved in Canada. There are only four particular vaccines which are approved in Canada. If you have taken any one of those four vaccines, the two doses of four vaccines, then definitely you will be considered as fully vaccinated and you will be allowed to travel to Canada and enter to Canada. So make sure there are still a lot of things you need to keep in mind before you make your travel plan, before you think of coming to Canada from any other country or directly you cannot come from India right now, but there are a lot of other countries from which you can come. But you have to make sure when you travel from India, you need to still have a negative test report with you. And then if you are traveling from that other country, entering into Canada, before you enter into Canada, you have to again get your COVID-19 test done in that particular country. You should have a negative report from that country before you take a flight from there, and then only you will be allowed to travel and enter into Canada. So this is very, very important for you to note before you make your travel plans. You should be particular about how you are going to plan these things, because if it's not going to be very easy, it could be a bit complicated because of the way people as students have to travel. They may have to travel from other countries, and those countries may have their own rules of regarding to COVID. You may have to quarantine there for 2 days or one day. So you have to make sure before you make any of your travel plans, you are exactly aware of the rules of that country, what the country requirement is. But also you need to keep in mind the Canada requirement that you need to be fully vaccinated with four of the vaccinations only right now approved in Canada. So you should be vaccinated by any of those four vaccines before you will be allowed to travel to Canada. So this is something very, very important you need to be aware of before you make your travel plans. But congratulations to all the clients who have already got their passport request. I think every day we can expect the decisions to come now, because there are thousands and thousands of applications which are pending with IRCC, and definitely right now I think they have made up their mind and they will be very soon sending passport requests to all the people who have been approved for a study permit. Definitely, there were a lot of rejections initially coming up. In the last week, we saw that most of the application results were coming negative. I think IRCC has planned out in a way that initially they started giving all the refusals for all the clients, and now they have started sending the passport request letter for all the clients who have been approved. So it seems to be a plan way they want to go ahead and the way they are working. So we can assume now that most of the application, not we can like be 100% sure, but yes, the division coming will be positive now, and definitely it's exciting for international students and also for us as a immigration consultant and for our clients, that it's a great time now that the Canada has started again granting visas, and hopefully the travel restrictions, hopefully this is the last ban for the direct flight from India, and by 21st of August, the flight ban will be lifted and people will be allowed to travel to Canada directly from India. So that is something we need to look forward and need to see how it goes. But yes, if we talk about tourist here, from starting from 9th of August, people from US can travel to Canada even for non-essential trips. If you're coming for leisure, for tourism, you can travel from US starting from 9th of August. And as per the announcement by IRCC, starting from 7th of September, all the other countries, people who wish to travel to Canada, even for a non-essential trip, will be allowed from starting from 7th of September 2021. But you need to make sure that your travel restrictions from your country are particularly lifted, and you have to make sure that you are aware of this rule before you make any of your travel plans, and you make sure that how you want to make your travel plan to Canada. So even if the things are happening great, but there are still travel restrictions in place. So make sure you are aware of all the rules. Even if you want to come here on a visitor visa, on a travel visa, you have to make sure that yes, you are following all the rules by IRCC and the travel restrictions rule before you make up any of your travel plans. I can see already questions be coming up into the section. I will definitely get back to answering them very shortly. Let me discuss few more updates before we start up taking the questions from the comment section and answering them live here. So now the exciting news from Canada. There was a CEC draw held yesterday. 4,500 ITA were issued again, and the great news was the CRS dropped down to 357 again. Yes, it has again dropped down to 357, which is the second highest score in 2021. The lowest was 75, which we saw on 13th of February, I think, 2021, when we saw that the score dropped to 75. Everybody in Canada was invited, but then the score again went back to 450. But right now it is somewhere between 350. It is between 350 or 370. The score is CRL. It's been that's the score under the express entry right now for getting express class. But the latest draw, which was held yesterday, has a score of 357, which is a drop from the previous one, which was around 369. So around 12 points drop from the previous CEC draw. And another thing to note these days is that the CEC draws are held, like initially they were held on every Wednesday, like not every Wednesday, every fortnight on Wednesday, but right now it seems that it's happening on Thursdays now. So Wednesdays we have seen that there is an express entry draw has still been held on every Wednesday, but that is for PNP class, which we'll be talking about it after this. But now all the experienced class draw are being held on Thursdays now, and the score for the recent one has dropped down to 357. So congratulations to all the clients who have got it. There are a lot of other clients who have got their ITA yesterday, and if you have somebody who have done got into the pool of your own, but you still need any guidance regarding your regarding how you want to still prepare your file, how you want to submit it, you can still contact us, and Network Immigration can help you in that regard. Our office is based in Ontario, in Brampton, very close to Gateway Terminal. In Alberta, we are based in Calgary, and in India, we are based in Karnal and Kurukshetra, which is in Haryana. So we have got 4 locations from where we serve our clients in India and Canada. So you can contact any of our offices, and we can definitely help you in any of your immigration need. If you are somebody who, as for example, if you're an international student looking for a college admissions, we do assist you in college admissions. We work across more than 100 universities and colleges across Canada. We directly represent them. So if you're looking to start up, for example, you're in Canada and you finish your program and you're looking for another program starting in September 2020, September 2021, contact our office. We can get you admissions still for September 2020 if you're an onshore student. If you're offshore, contact our office in India for January 2021. The seats are available for January 2021. They are filling up very fast. So if you're somebody who wants to start up your education starting from January 2021, contact our offices across India or in Canada, wherever it's approachable to you, and we can assist you with college admissions across Canada and getting visas for them. In Canada, we do have a very good promotion going around right now that we are not charging any service for arranging any of the offer letter. In fact, we have a cashback offer scheme also right now. So if you are in Canada and looking for any college admission here, if you get admission through our company, we are offering a promotion offer for September 2021 intake only, that you will get a cashback of $250 if you get your admission through us. So not just you get your offer letter free, you will also get a $250 cashback if you're already in Canada. If you're looking for college admissions within Canada, we offer a cashback for this term starting in 2021. So in that regard also, you can contact our offices across Canada. So let me take a few questions here, which I can see being already posted, and we will continue with our updates in the session later on. So let's start up taking the question. Hi, Rai, Sonu, hello, how are you? If you have a question, kindly go ahead and ask us. Definitely we'll like to answer it right away. Good morning, AJ. Welcome back to our live session. I think you missed our last 2 sessions. Happy to see you back again onto our live session. If you have any question, kindly go ahead, and definitely I would like to answer it for you. Then we have got Harpreet Kaur asking a question: can kids travel after restrictions are lifted? Definitely, Harpreet, the kids can travel after the travel restrictions are lifted. In fact, right now, for example, if you're in India and you want to come to Canada right now, the direct flights are not operational right now. You cannot travel directly from India to Canada right now. But if you are planning to travel from any other country, it's allowed to travel. you can enter through that country. But as I've already mentioned in this show, that you need to be particularly aware of which country you're planning to travel and what are their rules and what are their guidelines regarding COVID-19. But you have to make sure before you enter into Canada, you need to have a negative COVID results from that particular country. The results from India will not be accepted. So you need to have a COVID-19 result, a negative report from that country from where you're traveling, and definitely then only you will be allowed to travel to Canada. Okay, now we have a question here. Good morning, Vishal. Hope you are doing well. Yes, I am. So I hope the same for you. My question is you today is that when IRCC is giving so many ITS through CEC, but why is the processing so slow? Okay, the website says they are processing the application that came in September 2020. How much time it will take? Someone has submitted the PR application with all the required. Okay, to answer the question here, I know a lot of the applications have been delayed, but surprisingly, we have also noticed, I don't know, they are lucky people, but how IRCC is picking those applications. In fact, we have got PR application approved for CEC class in less than 40 days. And this is not one client I'm talking about. We have got so many clients in the last 2 months who have got their visa approved in less than 2 months. But we also have clients which are waiting like in September 20, October 9, even November, December 2020, which are still in queue. So we are not pretty sure how are those being picked up because it cannot be first come, first serve. I'm not pretty sure how. Maybe what I can feel is because the application are being processed in different centers. So depending on which centers they have been allocated to, which where they have been processed, I think that is making a difference here. For example, if your application is been processed in India, say for example, it may be taking longer than if your application has been processed somewhere in Vietnam. Now, if you ask the question, how is that being selected? Unfortunately, nobody has a control on it. We all submit the application on the same portal online. It is, I think, on random basis or on their own algorithm. Definitely, they are being distributed to different centers where they have been processed, and maybe one center has got less number of applications as compared to others. So the one, if you are lucky and your application is going to that center where the application processing, there are less number of applications over there. The application have been processed very, very quickly. But maybe on the other side, if your application have landed to some of the other office where there are already too much of backlog, then that may delay your decision on the application. That is the only way I think I can think of the reason of why somebody is getting very quick decision and somebody is taking long. But nothing much can be done. And you cannot expedite your application. April 2021 is just a couple of months ago. I think you have just submitted your application 3 months ago. So you have to wait. There's nothing much you can do. This is still well within the processing time. An average processing time of Express Entry profile before COVID was 6 months. So 6 months was the usual time. So right now, even if it's taking 6 months, there's nothing you can do much about it. If it's more than even 6 months, you can drop them a web form and try to see if they have any update on the application. Usually they just reply back mentioning that your application is still in process and you need to wait. So my advice for you will be you have to wait and see how it goes, but definitely it could take longer than the usual time. Then we have a question from Mrs. Kaur. My daughter is in Australia and have done cooking course. She's working there from 10 years as a chef. Can she apply for PR? If yes, which province can she apply? Yes, she can definitely apply for PR, but that information you have provided is not sufficient enough for me to guide you on which province and how she can migrate. But definitely the chefs and cooks are in demand in Canada, and there seems to be the profession she seems to be in is one of the occupation which is in demand in Canada. The chances are definitely she can qualify for PR. Let's see. I'll advise you to drop us an email. If you can drop your email here, I'll send you our PR assessment form. Just kindly fill that PR assessment form, send it back to us, and definitely we will see how we can help your daughter to immigrate to Canada. But definitely there will be a way out. But if you have got more information, then definitely we can help you in that. Okay, I want to go to Canada for my higher study. What's the process? Anil, if you want to contact, if you're from India and if you're residing in India or in Canada, obviously you're in Canada right now, you can contact our office in India. The address, contact numbers are mentioned on our Facebook page and on our website. contact your office in India and they can guide you with the whole process of getting an admission and getting a visa and then coming to Canada. Even getting settled down in Canada, we can assist you in that. But you need to contact one of our office in Karnal or Kurukshetra. You will have to do IELTS. We do have IELTS center in Karnal and Kurukshetra in Haryana, so you can contact our IELTS center. Start preparing for your IELTS first. We will assist you in your admission process. And once your admission is done, we will assist you in your study visa. Once the study permit approved, you are in Canada, we will take care of your application till you don't become a permanent resident of Canada. There are a lot of pathways through which you can become a permanent resident, and net worth immigration will definitely help you and make sure that if everything is right, that you eventually get your permanent residency once you land in Canada and start up your education. Then we have a question from Sarah. I am 34. I am living in USA now and interested in Canada PR. What are the chances of getting PR? Also, is IELTS mandatory? Yes, Sarah. To answer your question, yes, IELTS is mandatory. Even if you are from US, it doesn't matter. You need to be qualified under one or the other program. Most of the Canadian PR program does require IELTS as a mandatory requirement, so you will have to have the IELTS before you can apply for PR. Again, I can recommend you that if you can leave your email ID here, we can drop you a PR assessment form, fill up that PR assessment form, send it back to us, and definitely we can look into your profile and suggest you how and when you can plan and immigrate to Canada. Your age still seems to be fine, but the older you grow, you start losing points for your age. So it's better to get your PR process as soon as possible and as young as possible, because it will give you more chances and more points under the system to qualify for PR. So contact our office and we can assist you in that. Hello Sonia, how are you? Hello sir, I have COPR. If I want to call my parents in Canada for wedding purpose, ready to follow all measures recommended by Canada, do I need authorization? No, basically, as we have to still wait for the further update, but as per the information now, starting from 7th of September, anybody coming for even non-essential travel will be allowed to travel to Canada if they are fully vaccinated. I'm not pretty sure that you still need an authorization letter, because there's no further update on that in the recent time. But I don't think that will be further required as far as your parents are fully vaccinated. And like as I said, they are now even allowed to travel Canada for non-essential travel for trip. So I'm pretty sure that your parent will not need an authorization letter. And as far as they're fully vaccinated and they're following all the COVID measures, I'm pretty sure they will be allowed to travel to Canada without needing an authorization letter. Okay, my cousin completed his bachelor's in hotel management. What's the procedure for immigration to Canada for his employment? What's the procedure for immigrating to Canada? Okay, Pritham, yes, definitely. If she has, your cousin has completed a bachelor's degree, I think the most suitable way for him to come to Canada will be the study visa application. Because just completing an education, especially as a bachelor, I don't think he or she will be qualifying for PR right away. I'm pretty sure it's better that he or she applies for a study permit, come here on a study permit visa, and then definitely there are a lot of pathways through which you get your. If she completed her education, then she can apply for a post-graduation work permit. Once the post-graduation work permit approved, she can proceed ahead and start working towards a PR filing processing. Definitely she need to qualify under one or the other stream. But right now, to suggest you, I think study permit will be the best option. Contact our office in India. We are based in India, in Karnal, in Kurukshetra, in Haryana. We can provide you online services across India, wherever you're from. You can contact our office in Canada or India. We can assist you or your cousin in getting admission, coming here, and make sure that she gets into a process of getting settled down into Canada if or she wants to do that. JC has a question for how much time does work permit extension takes? So JC, you need to be pretty clear what sort of work permit extensions are we talking about. But say example, talk about an LMI application. Somebody is already in an LMI application, now they have got another LMI, they're applying for an extension. Or with the same employer, they've got a new LMI and now they want to extend their work permit. The processing time is not specific, to be honest, right now, specifically because of this COVID. There is no exact time frame, but if you go onto the website, it takes 12 to 18 weeks, but sometimes even if it's taking more than that. So it all depends, and there are few categories under which even if once you've applied for extension, you can still continue to work till the decision is made on your application. So there are a lot of question which are not clear exactly to answer your question, but yes, study permit extension usually take 12 to 18 weeks, but we are even getting within 4 weeks time too. So it also depends on what category of work permit extension are we discussing here. So then we have gone from Malhotra. I want to work in Canada. What all options and criteria I need to do so? Okay, that's coming and working in Canada is not very easy. You need to go through a LMI application process, and if that get approved and you get a positive result, then you have to also go ahead and process your work permit application after that. So it is a big process. It's a complicated process, but if you want to just come to Canada and work, you need to have a job offer with you. Job offer is not basically just getting a letter from an employer. It has to be a complete application approval, which is called LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. So you need to apply. Your employer actually need to apply for that for you. Once it gets approved, then you can apply for a visitor visa or a work permit. Sorry, a work permit from your home country, and then you can come and work in Canada. Okay, I applied from Ontario. Okay, Sam, as I just, I know it's your following question from the above. If wherever you have applied from, it doesn't make a difference to which center it has gone for processing, that will make a difference on your application. So I suggest you to wait for right now. I'm pretty sure they are working on the application and the decision should be coming in sooner or later. Then we have a question from Pooja. Hello, Pooja. Manu Sharma is my husband and my sister is living in Alberta, Canada. So please let us know about the visitor visa. I got the visa. I want to know his visitor visa. Please give us information. Pooja, as far as I understand your question, if you have got relatives in Canada, in Alberta, and you've already got your visitor visa, I think now you will be allowed to travel after 7th of September. You will be allowed to travel to Canada. Even if it's for non-essential purpose, you will be allowed to travel. But you still need, all you need to make sure is that you have got your fully vaccinated. That is something you need to take care of. Then you need to take care of the travel restrictions and the way you can enter into Canada. That is very important for you to note how you will be traveling, because right now there are still travel restrictions still being announced till 21st of August for all the direct flights coming from India. So you may have to travel from other route, and from that other country, from wherever you plan to travel, you will also need a negative COVID result before you can travel to Canada. So right now, it seems to be a bit still complicated things. Hopefully within a couple of months time from now, and specifically when the travel ban is lifted for the direct flight coming from India, it will be a better way that the time will be the best time when you can plan your trip to Canada, and you should be able to come and stay here with your relatives in Canada for some time on a visitor visa. Thank you, Sam, for asking the question. Hey, the question from Bhavneet. Hello, sir. How much maximum time it will take to get ECU PR after uploading PIC and confirming your address on PR portal account, which is sent by IRCC? Bhavneet, very good question. To answer your question, to be honest, our clients are getting that ECU PR. Some of them have got in less than 48 hours, and for a few it has been a couple of weeks or 3 weeks process. So it can depend on, again, there's no specific time I can exactly tell you, but yes, this is the time frame we have observed. Like our clients are getting in less than 40 hours, 2 to 3 weeks. So it may even have taken 4 weeks in one or the other cases. And once your ECU PR is issued, then definitely you have to wait for your passport to be stamped, to get your PR card. That may take even further. And now if you think about when you're going to get your PR card, again, there's a lot of time variation. A few people are getting in a week or 20 days time. Few people have got, it's more than about 3 months they haven't got their PR card. And the processing time of a PR card is actually 180 days, right? So it can take even longer for that. To answer your ECU PR, it could be less than 48 hours to 3 to 4 weeks maximum before you will get your ECU PR. Then we have a question from Vanita. Hi, my query. I have submitted my home care provider program, Canada and Apple, till what we can get an approval for our file as its government process. Vanita, to be very honest, this category of application is taking longer than usual time. In fact, we have submitted a couple of applications 2020 which are still under process and have not been approved, or the decision has not been made on those applications. So April 2021 is hardly 3 or 4 months from earlier you submitted. So basically it could take a year's time before you hear back. I'm pretty sure you have submitted under the pilot project program here, so it could take around even a year before you hear back from them. And because of COVID, it may get delayed. But don't take me wrong, you never know. We have seen a lot of applications which have been processed quicker than the other ones, depending on where they have been processed. So the time, there could be a lot of time variation here. So it could take more than a year too, and you may end up getting a 6 to 8 months. So there's no specific exact time frame under which I can tell you, but could take time before you get a decision on that category of application. Then we question from Zuni. Can you assist if someone is in Canada for October intake and want to change the university? What is the procedure? Yes, Zuni, we can definitely help you in that. Contact our office in Canada for this service. Contact our office in Brampton or in Alberta. We can assist you in definitely getting, if you want to change your university, you want to change your college, you want to transfer into other college, or if you have finished your program and looking for another program, our office can assist you in Canada can assist you in admission process and changing your university and colleges. Contact our office and we can definitely help you on that. When FSCW are resuming, any idea? Manvi, I know this is very, very frustrating that from last more than a year now, I think, not more than a year, definitely in 2021, there has been no federal skilled worker draw. It seems like Canada is they're taking a cautious approach here, and it could be another couple of months. But I'm pretty sure as soon as the travel restrictions are lifted, maybe say from September, as you're hearing that all the travelers will be allowed to travel. In fact, the people who were stuck outside Canada after getting a COPR are now being allowed to travel to Canada. So things are moving now. A lot of things have improved in the last couple of months. Like today, we know that international students in India have started getting their passport requests now. So things are moving along. Let's see when exactly the federal skilled worker draw will be held. Let me read your next question to answer it. My score is 478 alone and with spouse 469. Can you please suggest which option should I choose? Single with 478. Oh, okay, this is a very good question, Manvi, because there are a lot of clients who ask us this question. But if you apply, for example, if you apply for an application as a single, you cannot choose yourself to be single. This is something you need to be aware of, right? You have to make sure that you mention yourself as to be married. Now, can you apply for yourself alone and then your spouse? That is something very tricky, to be honest. If you, for example, if you are just because you're getting more points and you don't add your spouse into the application, the officer, once you submit your application as non-accompanying your spouse, that will be a right word to you that your spouse is non-accompanying here. The IRCC may get back to you asking a further clarification of why your spouse is not applying for permanent approval right now. Now, okay, we have also seen in circumstances, a lot of circumstances, they have not asked this question, but it is a very common thing, especially if you are in the same country, if you're living together at the same place. They can definitely get back to you asking further clarification of that why exactly have you applied your spouse as a non-accompanying. But yes, if you have a valid reason that your spouse don't want to accompany you for the time being and don't want to apply for PR right now because maybe he likes India better, so you have to have a very convincing answer so that the visa officer is sure that what you're telling is correct. And once once your application is approved, you're here, and after some time, if your spouse wants to join, they can still join you, but that will be a separate application as a spousal application being done in Canada. Like you will be in Canada, and you can apply for your spouse in PR again, but it will take good year, maybe a year time before your spouse can come here. So you need to be aware of the complete process before you take up that step. Then we have Hermons Patel, super visa. My father got PPR on Monday, but I'm still waiting for my mom's one. Is it normal? And should I consider that my mom visa has been approved too? Okay. To say about this is something unusual, I'll say no. This has happened in a lot of cases. In fact, we applied for not a super visa for a father and the daughter at the same time. The father got the passport request and daughter got the passport after a week's time. So it is not something, I'll say this is not common and this never happens. This happens a lot of time. To consider that your mom visa is approved, that will not be a right thing to say, to be honest. Just the visa might be approved, but right now you cannot assume that it is approved. So, but I hope it's approved for you. But there's a difference here to be assuming that it's approved or it will be approved. So I'm pretty sure it should go through. But to answer your question, yes, it is something not very common, but it is normal, and these things happen. So just wait for your mother's application to be decided. Then we have again questions also. I want to call on August 10 via third country before they open non-essential travel. Even at that time, they can come without authorization. Tonya, I may have to check on this. I haven't recently checked on that part of travel. I may have to get back to you. I know you are one of our clients who got our PR approved from our office, so congratulations on that. But let me get back to. I don't want to say something which I'm not pretty sure about. I haven't heard or recently read about these things about the parents traveling without before this restriction be lifted. I'm pretty sure they will be allowed to travel, but let me check that and get back to you. I made a note of this point, and I'll get back to you on this very soon. When interest sponsor will open for PGWP? Okay, that is a very good question. I was about to discuss that update, which was recently announced by IRCC. Now, this is for the parents and grandparents program, one of the very exciting program with every people, parents like kids in Canada want to invite their parents and grandparents. This time in 2021, this week only they have announced that they will be opening the PGP 30,000 applications. That is the first time ever that record number of applications have been invited. Last year it was 10,000. This year it is 30,000 applications will be invited. The program will open from 20th of September, and for the 2 weeks from them, people will start getting PR requests for their parents and grandparents. Now, how to qualify under that program? They will be picking up whosoever have enrolled in 2020 for post PGP program. They will be the one who will be picked from the pool. So unfortunately, there's no new application as per the information available now, which be allowed to enter into that pool. So whosoever applied for their parents and grandparents last year in 2020, out of that 10,000 were already picked in 2021, beginning of 2021, and another this 30,000 will be picked starting from, as I said, 20th of September. For the 2 weeks from starting from that will be the time when parents and grandparents will be starting getting application to getting an invite to submit their application. You will have 60 days to complete your parents and grandparent application and submit it. So yes, it is a very exciting. It happened in the immigration history that 30,000 parents and grandparents have been invited in one particular year. This is a huge number, and definitely everybody looking forward to it. Unfortunately, as I said, you have to be already into the pool, which was open earlier this year, to be eligible, or your parents to be eligible in this case. If not, if you haven't done so, as for the information now, I don't think you'll get a chance to create that profile this year. But as per the information right now, 30,000 applications will be accepted for 2021, and it will start starting from 20th of September for the 2 weeks starting from then. Then we have a question, sir. What is the trend with EE score draw? Sarah, to answer your question, right now in 2021, there is no draw being held under experienced class, which has target federal skilled worker category. All the EE draw, express entry draw in 2020 have targeted only people with Canada who have got experience in Canada, who have qualified under Canada experience class. So if you are somebody who are all outside Canada, definitely there is no trend we can talk about. A recent trend we can say last year, if you talk about when the draws were been held, it was trading somewhere between 470, 465 to 480, somewhere between that. But in 2021, there has been no draw till date for any federal skilled worker class. So we don't know how it's going to open up this year, when it's going to open up, and what score it will come to. But things seems to be improving, and in the next couple of months, we are expecting that federal skilled worker draw will again open up, and people will be able to submit their application for that. Hopefully, Sarah, I've answered your question. Then, Manu, how are you doing today? I'm doing. My sister-in-law lives in Canada and PR over there. I'm married. My wife already got visa. Okay, can you help me out with that? Shall I apply for a visa visa? There are any chances? Of travel there? I had word in your Karnal office, but didn't get any information about the visa visa. Please help me. Is it a good time for traveling? How many chances for getting visas right now? Manu, I think it is around the right time to apply for a visitor visa because as per the information or the announcement being made this week, so starting from 7th of September, people from all the countries will be allowed to travel to Canada even for non-essential purpose. So even if it's not an essential trip, you can still plan your trip to Canada. All you need to make sure you still have got your vaccination done, your travel plans are in place. We need to be pretty sure about that. But my advice will be, if you haven't already got a visa, wait for another month or so before you apply, because the one who have already got the visa, they will be allowed to travel. And I'm pretty sure next month you can start preparing your application, and by starting by next week, next month, you can submit your application start say somewhere in August, and I'll recommend you to submit your application. And I'm pretty sure by that time the situation will be we will be in a much better situation, and the chances are your application there will be higher chances of this visa getting approved, because Canada has already opened up. They've already announced that they will be inviting visitor tourists to come to Canada for leisure, for non-essential trips. So starting from now, you can start preparing your application, and soon you can submit your application in a month's time, and we expect the decision to come thereafter. And don't know exactly how long it's going to take. Like right now, it's taking a long time to get a visitor visa approved, but I'm pretty sure that application time process will be fastened, and you will be hearing about your decision soon. Federal skilled worker inland application been waiting since March 2020 for decision. Yes, Nano, that is very, very common. We have got a lot of our clients who have been waiting since March 2020. Unfortunately, whenever we contact the IRCC, we talk about this application, they only say they're under process, they are in queue. No, not sure how long it's going to take. Why is it taking that long? It should have been processed much, much quicker than what is taking right now. Let's see that. Let's hope that the application decision have been made soon, and you get your result as soon as possible. As well as they are going to use 30 invitation for people who are in the pool right now, not for new people. Yes, Salman, as per the information we receive right now, who have already showed their interest for their parents and grandparents, out of those 30,000 applications will be picked for now. So we have I'm gonna just wrap up this session soon. Let me take up few more updates we had for this week, and then we're gonna wrap up the session. Meanwhile, if you have any question, definitely I can answer that for you. Parents and grandchildren, we have already opened. Border will remain closed for US. We've already discussed today. I've already discussed about two CEC draws which were held this week. One was Canada Experience class, which the score dropped down to 357. The number of IT issues was 4,500. There was another PN Express Entry draw held, which was a PNP draw. The score again dropped out to 434. I think the previous one was more than 750. So there's around 15, 20 points drop there. The people who qualify under this stream are the ones who have got a provincial nominee approved under Express Entry and who have already got those 600 points. Those were the people invited. And in fact, these are the only people I can see right now being invited through Express Entry for people who are outside Canada. Rest, Saskatchewan held its draw, BC held its draw, Alberta had its own PNP draw, PEI had its draw. So there a lot of PNP draw which has been held in the last 1 week. There were four of them. I think BC, Alberta had a draw. ONP had one of its draw for Express Entry for specifically targeting French-speaking people, and the score was 465 to 460. 461 to 467. Those were the people who were targeted by ONP under this stream. So there are a lot of ways you can still immigrate to Canada. I know federal skilled worker class outside Canada are not being invited from more than 6 to 8 months now. That is very disappointing. But I'm pretty sure the things going to improve very quickly, very soon, I'll say. And definitely the people from federal skilled worker class outside Canada will also start getting their invitations soon. As I've already shared the good news in the beginning of the session, international students have already started getting their passport request letter, which is very, very exciting. Pretty sure they will be, the travel plan or travel restriction will be lifted by 21st of August, and you will be allowed to travel to Canada. But even if you're not allowed to travel to Canada by that time, make sure you don't panic about it. You still have, I will recommend all the international students who have got their passport request letter been sent, have got their, soon they'll get their passport stamp. even if they're not allowed to travel to Canada, take your online classes. Start your online classes from September, because definitely before January you will be here. So don't try to defer your offer letter for the next intake. Try to travel for this semester rather than deferring your intake to January. That will be my recommendation. Get yourself enrolled for online classes. Do one semester, but I'm pretty sure by September, your international flights should be open from directly from India. And we already know a lot of students are coming through other route to Canada, so which is still possible, but it's a bit expensive, bit complicated process. But if you're somebody who wants to travel directly from India to Canada, don't want to go through that hassle, at least start taking your fall intake classes online from your home country, so that you, as soon as the travel restriction lifted, you're allowed to travel and enter Canada. And definitely for winter 2021, you will be able to start up an online classes or in-person classes while you are in Canada, depending on what are the rules at that time. So those were all the updates we had in this week. We have already discussed all of them. I have answered all the questions I think we have got into the comment section. If you still have anything which is remain unanswered, contact our office in India and Canada. In Canada, we are based in Brampton, Ontario, and in Alberta, we are in Calgary. And we do have two offices in India, in Karnal and Kshetra. If you're looking for college admissions, IELTS classes, you can join our IELTS Center in India, and definitely we can help you in getting your study permit and your IELTS done, and then coming and immigrating to Canada. Okay, I'll take this last question before we wrap up the session, and then I will join you next Friday with the same time at 11 o'clock. Good morning, sir. Sir, my friend has just come to India after 3 years of Dubai hotel management job. Can he apply for Canada job? I think we have already discussed, Ravi, if you have joined this session, to get a job offer or to come here and work in Canada, he needs to find an employer who's ready to offer him a job. Job offer doesn't mean there are a lot of fraudulent job offers being sent to clients in India. A job offer doesn't mean that you contact somebody wants to hire you and they just on their letterhead they send you a letter saying, hey, here's your job offer, you can come and work here. This is not how the things work. This is a whole process you need to go through. You need to apply for an LMI application. That LMI application, you need to get a positive result. Once you get a positive result, then only your relative or somebody can apply for a work permit. And once that work permit get approved, you can travel to Canada on a work permit. So that's how the whole process works. So I hope I was clear in that answering your question here, Ravi. So thank you all for joining viewers. We have discussed every important update in the which was held in the last 1 week. We discussed about express entry, study permit, PNP, all those things have been discussed. So let's join back again next Friday, 11 a.m. In Eastern Standard Time. We are based in Brampton, Ontario, and in India, it will be 8:30 p.m. Well, you can join us at that time as per the Indian time. See you all next Friday at the same time. Till then, goodbye. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We are still not out of pandemic. We are still into middle of the things, but things are improving. Hope those improves very quickly, and we are all out of this pandemic situation as soon as possible. Take care. See you all next Friday, 11 a.m. Till then, goodbye.